Welcome to the Press Box with C Will. I am C Will. Happy Tuesday. Hope everybody's doing fine on this Tuesday. Um, Today, I wanted to make a video, a live video, about my thoughts about the Colorado Buffaloes. Surprising, well, I'm not that surprised, but their amazing start to the 2023 football season this year. And they they are worth talking about. um, Definitely are representing Coach Prime, tremendously. Coming from Jackson State, dominating the mid-major, the SWAC, and everybody was saying, "Hey, this ain't the SWAC," and some people expected for them to stumble in the transition, but so far, they are 2-0, and they haven't won. Last year, they only won one game, so he's already ahead of the expectation right now, which is a good thing, I'm sure, for most Colorado Buffalo fans. But uh, about the turnaround, um, it's amazing to see a team that could be so putrid, so horrible, laughing stocks, in the span of, I don't know, 8, 9 months. They're hosting game day and they're beating ranked teams, and like it's totally a different team. And you got to give credit to Coach Prime, with his philosophy and his mentality. Coach Prime is a very confident individual. um, as a player, we all witnessed that. And, it's the reason why he was so great as a player, because he believed in himself. And me being a coach, a former player, um, the game is all about belief, and if you can make a guy feel like that he can win, then he'll 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 feel like he can win against anybody. So uh, kudos to Coach Prime for showing everybody, why he has always won in everything that he's ever did. So, we got to give mad props to Coach Prime for the job that he's done so far. Colorado has a lot of top tier talent on their team in the skill positions. Their quarterback is elite, arguably the greatest quarterback, in college football this year. He's definitely one of them. They have an elite speed all over the place. Um, Wide receivers, they're big, they're fast, they're pro prospects, top tier recruits. Coach Prime has always been able to grab the best talent. And, when he was at Jackson State, he was still able to do that despite being at a lower level. So um, it's going to be interesting to see, just, how many blue chips, 5-star recruits that will end up at Colorado here in the future. Not just high school recruits, but transfers as well. So, um, we definitely we can't play them cheap with their talent. You know, in those skill positions, they are as good as anybody in the nation. So that's why they can compete, and that's why they have been competing. So um, another thing that I noticed about Colorado is that they've been playing with a chip on their shoulder. They've been, um, out to prove people wrong, because there's always going to be doubters. And um, both of Colorado's last two games, I saw Shador, uh, you know, have beef or a problem, with a coach from the other team. It was TCU's offensive coordinator, and then it was Nebraska's head coach. So that's good. That's good that they are playing with a chip on their shoulders, because you know that you're going to get maximum effort regardless of who they play. And it's probably the reason why they were able to beat TCU in that barn burner on the road on opening day. So um, just got to give them credit. That win in Fort Worth, Texas, that was a big win. That was amazing to start the season, um, to set the tone for the revival of college football, because we know in college football anything can happen, anything. So um, it definitely got us back in the swing of things, and it was a great accomplishment, defeating and taking down the national runner-up in TCU. TCU was actually favored by 21 points in that game, so you know we know that Colorado is better than that. I don't think Colorado should be an underdog by 21 to nobody in the nation. So I think the odd makers definitely missed on that particular line. But I do have some concerns about Colorado. Um, I'm my concern. One of my concerns is they have issues running the ball. They've only totaled about 50 yards per game on the ground. They're averaging about 450 or 60 in the air. So they're one dimensional right now. It's tough to take that next step if you're not able to control the line of scrimmage. Being able to compete with the Utahs, the USC, the Oregons, the Washingtons. So um, it'll be interesting to see if they can improve on their ability to run the ball. But so far in these first two games, they've been doing it just on the arm, by the arm of Shadur Sanders, who's been phenomenal, basically putting the team on his back and making all the big plays, to help them get those wins. But Shadur has been sacked 11 times this year. That is concerning. Um, you got a team that can't run the ball, and they are not protecting the quarterback. So 11 sacks in 2 games, that's 5 sacks per game. I don't know if Shadur is going to last the whole year if that continues. So, it's only going to get tougher. And they hadn't even played no conference games yet. So they definitely need to get that corrected, because you don't want your quarterback taking that many hits. And that's not counting how many times that he just got hit and it wasn't a sack. So he may have gotten hit 20 times already. So if Colorado is going to really do anything major, they have to protect Shadur Sanders. There's nobody else left to play quarterback. So that is quite concerning to me. And it'd be interesting to see what happens moving forward and how Colorado corrects that. Colorado will be 3-0 after this week when they play against Colorado State. Colorado State is not a good team. They struggled running the ball. They made turnovers against Washington State and lost 50-24, I believe, last week. Um, Washington State is ranked 23, I believe. And the way that they play, they're like one dimensional, but they have a great passing game, almost like Colorado. So I anticipate Colorado being able to do the same things that Washington State was able to do to Colorado State. But it's going to be a game that's under the lights. It's going to be uh, a late kickoff. So I expect for Colorado to shine and look good and continue to stay in the headlines for another week. However, 3 out of the next 4 games after this next game, we're going to learn a lot about Colorado. They'll be traveling to number 13, Oregon. They'll have number 5, USC at home. Um, they'll be going to Arizona State. And what else? Oh, and then they'll have Stanford at home. Stanford, I expect for them to take care of for sure. And Arizona State, they should take care of them. But those 2 games, right? Oregon and USC, that's going to be, you know, that's going to let us know, are they there or are they coming? You know what I mean? So I don't want to just put too much out there as far as what I think, but we'll know here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then after that, it's 4 out of the next 5 games. They go to number 24 UCLA. They play number 16 Oregon State at home. Then they'll have Arizona at home, which that would be another win for sure. So that's what, 5 right now that we know that they're going to win. 6 right there. That's 6 because I got them beating Stanford. I got them beating Arizona State, and I got them beating uh, Arizona plus the 3 that they got. Um, then they'll go to Washington State, who's number 23, and then they'll go to Utah. So they're ending the season on 2 tough road games. And I got them going 7-5 this year, which that's a 6-game turnaround. That's amazing. There's no way that we can expect for a team to win 1 game to play for the championship. So I know that the hype, I know that that's what a lot of the announcers are putting out there. But I think 7-5 is reasonable for the level because their schedule is not easy at all. So for the level of schedule, and now they're not going to surprise nobody. They're going to get everybody's best shot. And I think with the deficiencies that they have, I got to give the edge to those elite teams. So that's my spiel about Colorado. I've been meaning to sit down and actually make a video to talk about it. Been kind of busy, um, but yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the Press Box by C Will, so you can have up to date content as we drop it. It'll be in your feed. So like I said, go ahead and if you want to take a moment to comment, to give your opinion, I want to hear all that. I don't like talking sports just by myself. So feel free to chime in, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, you know, and let's keep this thing going. So until the next time, y'all be safe out there. Talk to you later.